Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, we got a much needed dub. You know what I'm saying? A much needed dub. Not saying like in the sense of it was much needed just because we right behind each other in the standings. So like I felt like this game might be the tiebreaker, like something that could mean something further down the line. You know what I mean? If we fuck around and tie up with them or whatever. So I feel like we need as much tiebreakers as we can get, especially with Western Conference teams. So that's much needed win. It's a lot. It's a lot to unpack this game. It's a lot of positives, a couple of negatives. But I feel like I don't want to jump out the window just because he had a good game. I'm not going to jump out the window because I feel like even if we'd have lost this game, I still felt like I am really inspired. Like I see something. I see like depending on if Frank know what he doing, I see something in this Royce O'Neal. Like yeah, I came on here and I was like, all right, like let's get PJ Tucker, let's go out, let's go get PJ Tucker, woo out the band, da da da, blah blah blah. But Royce O'Neal has came in, and I feel like I'm not saying we need every night need to be like this, but I feel like he kind of feels everything we need and then some. Like he would have did what PJ Tucker can do and then some. Like he can handle the ball, he could pass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He was getting finished with 4 steals a night, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and I feel like he kind of helps us with the nights like tonight where it's like where we can't play Nurk. Like that small ball lineup, like I said, I feel like we just needed somebody, and then adding in Thad Young, like with that small ball lineup. Okay, now we cooking because I feel like Royce O'Neal brought just a level of attention to detail or just like this presence on the defensive end of the ball that, like I said, it's been missing with this team for months, and it's just so crazy how one person he kind of you just throw him in the mix. And now, like, everything look a whole lot different. Like, the transition defense look a whole lot different. Niggas not knowing where to go look a whole lot different. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't get too many of the, like, oh, I'm supposed to be guarding this dude, or two dudes guarding the same dude. Like, we didn't get a lot of that tonight. You know what I mean? Like, it looks so crazy. And that's why, like, just watching it, I was so inspired by watching Royce O'Neal. I was like, damn, he had a really good, like, especially in the second half. Just like, and then on top of that, I feel like he fight for the rebounds. And like I said, it was a lot. It was a lot. If you watch this game from end to end, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you seen with Royce O'Neal, what he can do. Like, I didn't see this coming. When we made the trade, I was like, I guess he can kind of be like a Dollar Tree PJ Tucker. Like, I guess. But like, yo, like he has stepped up and then some. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he can bring the ball up the court. And it's like I said, I wasn't expecting this. I was not. So shout out to James Jones. And we got to stop doubting that man. Like, we got to start putting some respect on his name. And just like, I feel like whenever something go awry, I feel like James Jones should be the absolute last person to get any sort of anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like numerous times he just been like, yo, chill. Like, I got this. I know what the fuck I'm doing. So like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about everybody else, but I know what I'm doing. So shout out to James Jones for that pickup. But tonight's game, let's dive into it a little bit. We spoiled the Kings, or we spoiled De'Aaron Fox's 40 ball game. I feel like I'll live with this kind of 40 ball. Like, he finished with 40, but it wasn't like a loud 40, if that makes sense. It was like, oh shit, he got 40. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, oh shit, like De'Aaron Fox is killing us tonight. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He finished with 14. Well, he finished 14 to 31, so he took 31 shots to get to 40. So I feel like I'll take that kind of 40 ball like every single night. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was just Sabonis finished with 35. So it's just like we just spoiled too good. Like, it would have been crazy. You know what I mean? But if I'm the Kings fan, I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wasted a 40 ball and a 35-point night from your two best players. And it seemed like couldn't nobody else really come with him outside of like Malik Monk. And I feel like he had a really good first half, and just like that second half, I don't know if it was a defensive adjustment or whatever, or if he just went cold or whatever. But I just feel like he just wasn't doing the same things he was doing in that first half. He was crying a lot more to the ref and all this other shit. He just kind of got off his game. So I feel like that, like, if Malik Monk would have kept going, then, you know what I'm saying, like, we might be having a different conversation tonight. But, so, KD, Book, I don't know. Book was playing like he's still in Vegas, dog. Like, I'm going to keep it at absolute being like, that shit was terrible. And I feel like this is something that potentially Book can try to add to his game. Like, nights like this, like, they going to happen. Where it's just like, shit not falling, like, you doing the same thing you would normally do on a nightly basis, and shit just not going to fall. So I feel like at those times, I feel like he just got to learn how to attack the game and be effective in different areas of the game. Yeah, he finished with 9 assists and stuff like that, but I still feel like his footprints wasn't all over the game like I feel like somebody as off as he was tonight should have been. I mean, like I said, if you look at the box score, it looked cool. Like, he finished with 9 assists, 3 steals, 3 rebounds. So it looked cool. Like, 25, it looked cool. But if you watch this game, you kind of seen like how Book really didn't really get his rhythm until I want to say like the last 6 minutes of the game, where he actually started looking like his normal self. So, but like I said, nights like this is gonna happen. So I just feel like in that aspect, we got to find a way to affect the game, and you know what I mean. Like, now if he'd have finished with like maybe 12, 15 assists, then okay, like, you know what I'm saying, we could go like, oh, he was out here really affecting the game and point Book type shit. KD just doing KD shit. I feel like KD kind of kept us afloat for the majority of the night. Like, Bill went down, so what else is new? But yeah, KD just kind of kept us afloat. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't KD just kind of had that steady jab all night tonight and just, you know what I mean, like, keeping us in this game, then we definitely would have lost. And I feel like I want to give a shout out to the bench, because I feel like the bench gave us a lot of good production tonight. Josh Okogie gave us a lot of good production. I feel like Nas Little stayed in a little bit too long, Frank, just a little bit too long. And I don't know, like, why you kept in Nas, but then you took out Royce. Like, that was a little, like, I would have been pissed off if we'd have lost the game because of that. But Eric Gordon finished with 23, 8 of 17. And this is something I do want to say about, like, the team in general. Like, I feel like I noticed with the team that's, like, kind of, it's getting to a point where it's kind of, where it's, like, irritating. Like, we need to stop. Like, I know the motto is you pass up good shots for great shots. And I feel like we need to cut that. Like, we need to just start taking good shots, if that's the case. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like whenever we try to go for the great shot, we either turn the ball over, you know what I'm saying, we overpass and all this other shit. And I just feel like if you got a good shot, take it. Ain't nobody going to be mad that you taking that shot. Like, on that short roll, whoever got that on that short roll, that's a little mini floater right over the top. You don't have to look to the corner every single time. Like, we had like maybe 4 or 5 turnovers just off of the short roll. Okay, I'm going to kick it to the corner because I know it's open. Like, that's a good shot. You know what I mean? Like, you got it in a short roll, boom. You got all that space, throw a little floater up. Ain't nobody going to be mad. You know what I mean? So I feel like we kind of got to get out of that. Up until we can figure out this turnover situation, like I said, I feel like I get it. You want to turn down good shots for great shots, I fucking get it. But I just feel like with this team and the amount of talent that we got, like, a good shot ain't that bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that big of a deal. But all in all, it's a good win. Hopefully tomorrow we got a gimme, and then we right back at it again with another must-win game against Dallas right after the All-Star break that Thursday. So hopefully we can close this shit out tomorrow and win the games that we actually supposed to win. And then, like I said, it's a must-win for me just because it's Monty coming into town, so you know how, you know what I'm saying? You know how I feel about old people coming back into town. But till next time, man, peace.